My arrogant cousin spent years putting me down in front of our entire family. When the invitation for our grand family reunion arrived, he texted me directly to make sure I knew I was not on their level. He told me I was nothing more than an embarrassment and warned me not to show up and ruin their luxury event. What he did not realize was that the struggling little business I started years ago had grown into a massive hospitality empire. When I pulled up to the venue and saw my name glowing on the main entrance building, I smiled, walked inside, and personally welcomed him to my hotel. Growing up, my family always had a clear hierarchy, and my cousin Julian sat right at the top. His parents had money, and he never missed an opportunity to remind everyone else about it. Whenever we had small family gatherings, Julian would make subtle comments about my clothes, my old car, or my modest lifestyle. When I decided to drop out of a traditional path to launch my own business, he laughed openly and told the whole family I would be broke within a year. For a long time, things were genuinely tough. I worked 18 hours a day, lived on pennies, and poured every bit of energy I had into building a boutique hotel brand. While I was silently working in the background, Julian was busy boasting about his corporate job and putting everyone else down. Last month, Julian took it upon himself to organize our annual family reunion. He picked an ultra-luxury resort hotel downtown and sent out a group message bragging about how exclusive the venue was. Shortly after, he sent me a private text saying that people like me should not even bother showing up because I was not on their level and would only embarrass them. I did not argue or send an angry reply. Instead, I quietly called my acquisitions team. Coincidentally, my company had finalized the purchase of that exact luxury hotel chain just 3 days prior, making me the sole owner of the entire property. On the day of the reunion, I dressed in a sharp-tailored suit and drove down to the venue. Julian was standing near the valet station in the lobby, surrounded by our relatives, pontificating about how expensive the booking was and taking credit for getting them access. As soon as he spotted me walking in, his face dropped and he strutted over, ready to cause a scene and kick me out. Before he could speak a single word, the general manager of the hotel rushed past him, bowed respectfully to me, and handed me the master keys while addressing me as the owner. I looked Julian dead in the eye, pointed up at the corporate nameplate on the wall, and said, "Welcome to my hotel." His jaw dropped. The rest of the family stood in complete silence, and for the first time in his life, my cousin had absolutely nothing to say. Julian tried to laugh it off as a misunderstanding, but the damage was already done. The manager politely informed him that, as the owner, I had already covered the entire bill for the family event, but also mentioned that any further disrespect toward me would result in immediate removal from the premises. Seeing the person he tormented for years holding all the power humbled him instantly. He spent the rest of the evening sitting quietly in the corner while the rest of the family lined up to apologize for ever doubting me. True success does not need to shout, because eventually the results speak for themselves.